So many people ask us if San Miguel has become completely unaffordable.
And the answer is, if you want turnkey in Centro, for many, yes. But if you're open to the neighborhoods just outside of Centro and you're willing to renovate, there are still some incredible opportunities to be had.
Today, our friend Julian is showing us one of those opportunities, a small fixer-upper in San Javier that he bought, remodeled, and is getting ready to sell.
So this is San Javier neighborhood. We are only about 20-25 minute walk to Centro, 10 minutes from the local supermarket, which is Bodega Aurrera, which is a franchise from Walmart here in Mexico. This is a neighborhood on the outsides of San Miguel because it's not in actual Centro, but very close to it. So you could definitely take an Uber or a taxi, or you can definitely walk. That would be the perfect morning walk.
San Javier is not in Centro, and that's the point. This is the kind of neighborhood where prices can still be more approachable. But you're trading the postcard perfect Centro location for more space, lower prices, easier parking, local shops, and a more residential feel.
And for a lot of people moving to San Miguel full time, that trade-off can actually make more sense.
So we have this house here that we purchased back in November. It was a fixer. It was a 2-bedroom house with only 1 bathroom. It was a complete remodel that we did on it. And what we did on this house was we made the primary bedroom bigger. We added about 35 square meters of construction, which is about 400 square feet of construction in the house, to make the principal room bigger and to add another bathroom, because we definitely needed a second bathroom. We took the space that was meant for 1 car because it had 2 parking spaces, and we just left 1 parking space and then made the master bedroom bigger. As you can see, to be honest, in this area, you don't have to worry about parking because, most of the owners around here, they park on the street and they use their parking spaces to put plants and stuff like that. So it's very common in this area. It's a very safe neighborhood. There is a lot of new houses that have been developed. The house right next door was just remodeled as well last year. The house on the right has been remodeled as well. And if you look at the whole neighborhood, you're going to see beautiful houses all around. Some houses with more colonial look, and then you're going to see big buildings. Those are apartments that they rent. We have a good mix of owners around here. Most of the property owners are nationals or Mexicans, and then we have a good amount of foreigners in this area. I sold a house just last year to an American. She was living in Sri Lanka for about 15 years, decided she wanted to move to San Miguel de Allende, and she made this her home. This is still under construction. It's pretty much done. There's few things that we gotta do. We're gonna take off this black plastic, and then we're gonna cover the whole gate with black metal. We're gonna repaint it, and then it's gonna give it more privacy to the house, because the house has a lot of natural light that we wanted to bring into the house because it used to be very dark.
Julian, when you first found this property, what was it like?
Oh, it was only 50 square meters of construction. The total lot size is about 105 square meters, which is about 1,200 square feet. But the house was only 50 square meters, so it was only 550 square feet. And it was totally run down. It was a very small kitchen that did not work out. There was a small patio in the back, completely run down. 2 parking garage, a small living area, very tiny rooms. So to be honest, you wouldn't be able to fit a queen size when we found this house.
This is where a lot of people underestimate renovation. It's not just about making something prettier. In a small, older home, you're often trying to solve functional problems.
Can you fit a real bed? Is there enough storage? Is there a proper laundry area? Is there enough light? Is there a second bathroom? Those are the details that make a house livable.
It was only single level house. It's still a single level house, and it's hard to find single levels houses here because everything is built to have a terrace, a rooftop, patio, and all of this. My idea was always, let's keep it single living.
That matters because many homes in San Miguel are vertical with stairs everywhere. For retirees or people planning long-term living, single level can be a big deal.
But with the option, if they want to add a staircase and add a terrace, they can do that because there is space for that.
A house like the one that you found, how much do those houses rent for here?
They could go from, because they're fixer-uppers, so you could find them for around.
And honestly, one of the biggest mistakes people make before moving here is focusing only in Centro without understanding how different the neighborhoods in San Miguel actually are.
That's one of the reasons why we created the San Miguel Neighborhood Guide. It breaks down the pros, cons, pricing, walkability, terrain, and overall vibe of many of the most popular neighborhoods in San Miguel.
So if you're trying to figure out where you might actually fit best, click the QR code on your screen or click the link in the show notes.
They could go from, because they're fixer-uppers, so you could find them for around $65,000, $70,000 to maybe $80,000, $85,000. That's what it will cost you. And then once for you to do the remodel, you could invest somewhere around $25,000 to $40,000 into a remodel that you're going to see.
That's not bad. And the finished square footage?
950 to 1,000 square foot. Right.
And all in and about $100,000, you have a ready-to-live home.
Right, and a beautiful home as well in San Miguel de Allende.
Now, before anyone gets too excited, this does not mean every fixer-upper works out this cleanly. Renovations can go over budget, timelines can stretch, and you really need someone that you trust on the ground.
But it does show why some people look beyond Centro. The opportunity is not always in buying the perfect home. Sometimes it's about buying the house with potential.
People are always asking, is it possible to find a property for $120,000 in San Miguel? I will be very honest, if you're looking in Central, you're not going to find it. But if you're looking on the outsides, that we're still very close to Central, it's still walkable, beautiful streets with cobblestones and everything, very close to the local supermarket. There is a pet hospital just down the street, restaurants and cafeterias down the street. There is little tiendas around here. Very safe area. Yes, you can find homes for $100,000 and $120,000 in this area.
Are you saying you can find a home turnkey ready to move in, or something like this where you'd have to renovate?
Something like this that you will have to make your changes.
We haven't seen the house yet, but if somebody didn't want to spend the time to renovate, how much would somebody need to spend to buy a home just like this already to move in?
So a home like this, it's going to run around $150,000 to $200,000 already to move in. Pretty much this house is not yet on the market. We're just doing finishing touches, but it's going to go on the market for $180,000. Some of the things that we're doing is we're waiting for the person that's going to buy this property to tell us whether they want to keep the parking space or they want to convert this into a nice garden, which we can do that. We want to know if they want to add a water feature. We want to know if they want to add mini splits and things like that.
And if you'd like more information on homes like this in San Miguel or want to connect with Julian, just type SMA Home down in the description and we'll hook you up. That's a big difference in price. If you just are willing to put in a little bit of effort and time, initially you can save tens of thousands of dollars.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. All right, well, I know that people are dying to see the home now, so let's take a look.
Let's take a look. So welcome.
As you can see, we're recording somewhere different today. We are traveling in China right now, and we are right now in the ancient town of Dali in the Yunnan province of China.
We're loving every second of it, and we can't wait to share more with you.
But let's get back to our video.
This is Casa Chiquita. That's the name we're gonna do. We're gonna give it to the house because it's a small house, but it's a very nice house, very livable now. You know, we made it very charming, cozy, with a lot of natural light. So Chiquita in Spanish is small house, right? So this is just a dry garden, very low maintenance. Our idea is to put a driveway here or a concrete walkway that goes from here and then around it. And then in that wall, our idea is to do a water fountain on the wall. But you know, we're waiting for the person that's going to purchase this property to let us know what they want. There's lots of windows, but there's also screens on the doors, screens on the window to let the air flow.
I think having the screen doors is so important. You know, we don't have mosquitoes year round, but during the mosquito season, you're going to want to have it.
You're going to want to have it, yes. So the house used to come to this here. This was the end of the house. And then you have two parking spaces, which it was this one and the one on that side. And one of the things that we did was we got rid of the parking space on that side. We kept this one and then we expanded the principal room. So you'll see once we go into the principal room, all of this right here, which is about 35 square meters, were added to the house because the rooms were very tiny and we wanted to make sure that somebody that's going to want to live here has a good size primary room for them. And we also added a bathroom because this house only had one bathroom for the entire house. So we added a private bathroom for the principal room.
One thing that we would like to remind people is that any structural change, addition, or rooftop expansion may require permits or approvals. Don't assume that you can just add whatever you want because the roof is there.
So welcome. So this will be the living area right here. So there's connections for a TV in either wall. We have a gas line that we left there just in case somebody wants to add a fireplace. We added this sliding door here, and what we did with this space right here, we converted it into a laundry area. So this will be your laundry area for a stackable washer and dryer right here with the water installation, gas installation, and then we will be doing some shelving here for whenever they're doing the laundry. And as you can see, there's a lot of light coming through. There's also a light bulb right here, but there's a lot of light coming through because we have a huge skylight on top of this house. In the back, there was just a small little patio with no use for it. So what we did here, we expanded the kitchen because the kitchen was just a small little kitchen. And we expanded the kitchen all the way to the back to give it more, to give it a bigger kitchen with nice granite countertops, nice size refrigerator, 3 doors, a 6-burner stove, exhaust, and we could add also a dishwasher to this kitchen if it was needed. A dishwasher can be easily added. Also, our idea is to add a reverse osmosis water filtration system so that people can use the water and drink the water from the kitchen faucet.
Nice.
And then we added this skylight right here that gives a lot of light, but you don't get a lot of heat because this glass is covered by a film that doesn't allow the heat to come through as hard.
And of course, if you're coming to San Miguel and want a place to land while you're exploring neighborhoods like this, check out Antigua Capilla.
Links are in the description.
Nice. So the wall ended here, right? And then
from Correct. That point... And then from there, you had a little patio that didn't have really much use. That's where they used to have their lavadero, which is, where you wash your things by hand. And that was it.
And with older homes, you want to check things like moisture, drainage, electrical, plumbing, roof conditions, and whether the existing construction was done properly, because that can change the renovation budget quickly. Yeah, when you modernize, you add things like this space here where you can do your washing and drying, which eliminates the need for the patio, and you get the extra space for the larger kitchen.
And I was thinking I was in Europe back in February, and in Europe you got your washer dryer in the kitchen, so I was thinking maybe I'll make it more of a European style. But sometimes it's not convenient, I was there on vacation, so it was convenient for me. But for somebody that's living in San Miguel, you want to have your own space where you do your washer and dryer. You don't want to be cooking and washing and drying, in your kitchen. So we said, no, let's just do one spot for the washer and dryer that's just dedicated for that. And I think people will appreciate that. All right, so I'll walk you in through the guest room. So we have a Jack and Jill. Everything here is going to be aluminum doors with glass. So we got frosted glass here. So people if you're entertaining in the living area or dining area, they can use this bathroom without an issue. And if you have a guest, then they can stay in this bedroom here. You can easily bring a queen size bed here, even maybe a king size. You have a beautiful skylight to bring you more light in here, and a beautiful skylight here right next to the closet. This room didn't have a closet before. It was a very small room, so we opened this space right here to create a space for a closet. And you also have entrance on this side to the bathroom. So it's a Jack and Jill bathroom with a Talavera tile, nice shower and everything here. So
I mean, that's what drew my eye immediately, is the tile.
Yeah,
pretty.
Brings you in, and then the tile that we put surrounding the shower is also a beautiful, beautiful tile that's made here in San Miguel. So if we walk this way, we're coming to the principal room. Right here, we're going to add the door. We already have the door here. They just need to come and install it. So those little things are missing. But you'll see the door is right here. And once you enter, this will be your principal room.
Beautiful ceiling.
Beautiful vaulted ceiling or bóveda ceiling, which is very common here in San Miguel. It's part of that colonial Mexican style. So you have this beautiful vaulted ceiling with a ceiling fan. And my idea was to have the person that's going to be sleeping in this room to have a nice little patio area outside that they could go out and drink their coffee or just open the door and let the air flow.
That would be nice. I would be out there every morning.
Yes, right? And then we added, so this is all new. This is a new part that we added. And then we added a walk-in closet and then the principal bathroom here. As you can see, you have a huge skylight on top of this bathroom, so it brings a lot of natural light. And then at night, when it's dark, you do have your light bulbs and everything that will light up pretty well. So
Yeah. And a decent sized closet.
and a decent sized closet. You do have some sensor lighting, so at nighttime this will light up. If somebody comes in, they come on and go off.
So essentially what we're looking at is the new add-on.
Correct.
I imagine the wall ended here.
The wall ended right here.
Yes.
As you can see, this column right here is supporting the roof pretty much. So we didn't get rid of that because that's support column right there. But the house came through here. So this was the end of it. There was a little window here and then parking space here. So we took this down, kept the support columns, and then added all this space right here, and then converted that area right there into the new principal bathroom and principal closet or walk-in closet.
This is probably not the house for someone who wants a grand colonial home with a courtyard in Centro. But for a single person or for a couple who wants something manageable, close enough to town, and not too expensive to maintain, this kind of property can make a lot of sense. What was more expensive to do, this space here or the kitchen remodel?
The kitchen was more expensive.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, people would think that having a bóveda ceiling is expensive. To be honest, that ran around $700, $800 to do, and adding this part right here, it was somewhere around $8,000.
And are there still opportunities for people to find homes like this one pre-remodeled stage?
They come, but they go real quick. So once they come, you gotta catch them right away. Don't think about it, just go for it. Now, if somebody's in the States and they don't know, it's their first time or they just don't know because, I've never been to San Miguel, I only been there once. Well, you got people like us that can take over the supervision or the remodeling and take over and do it for them, and that's something that I do as well. I do contracting work. So, we could definitely give them a quote. And when something like this comes up, it's like I said, you got to catch it, you got to take it and just go for it. And then you plan what is it that you're going to do after that.
Exactly.
That's how we did this when we bought it. And then after that, we said, okay, now what do we do? Mm-hmm. And this is what came up from our ideas, and I think it's going to sell pretty fast.
And Julian, if somebody wanted to do exactly what you did, buy the home, remodel it, but instead of selling it, they wanted to turn it into a rental unit, what would be the potential income for a house like this?
And if you're seriously exploring San Miguel, this is exactly the kind of thing we talk through in our one-on-one consultations, not just what looks pretty online, but what actually makes sense for your lifestyle and your budget.
If you do vacation rentals in houses like this, you could get easily between $1,000, maybe $1,200 per month. Or if you do long term, same thing. You can do $1,000 to close to even $1,500, depending on the amenities that you put in the house. So if you do mini splits, filtered water, and things like that, you can easily get up to $1,500 a month.
I mean, that's really amazing. If you think about $100,000 investment can produce minimum $12,000 a year. That's over 10% return on investment. So that's a really good option for people.
And you're in San Miguel, so somebody doesn't want to think about retirement yet, but they want to do for investment. But later in 10 years, they want to retire. You still have a house here. And in 10 years, this house is not going to be worth $100,000.
So what do you think? Would you rather buy something finished and pay more upfront?
Or would you consider a fixer-upper if it meant getting into San Miguel at a lower price point?
Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.